Hello, awesome people. In this episode, we talk to Namratha Krishna. Namratha has been practicing meditations since she was a child through the practice of heartfulness. Heartfulness meditation is a process of meditation on the heart, and there are around 10,000 heartfulness trainers around the world, and Namratha is one of them. We have a short meditation at the end, guided by Namratha, which will give you a sense of the practice, and you can listen to it again whenever you need a guided meditation session. So I hope you enjoy the podcast, and thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Apoorv.
Hey, this is Arish. We have been learning ways to bring harmony in different aspects of our lives, such as mental health, physical health, financial health. Along the way, we noticed more and more people were keen on learning from us.
Each week, we discuss topics like mental health, focus, social skills to help you better navigate through life. So, join us in this podcast as we navigate through the many complexities of our modern life.
So, hey Namrata, let's jump straight to the point. What is heartfulness?
Heartfulness is a meditation technique, right? Basically, what is happening in the world right now, there's a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of frustration because of being cooped up and all that. So, heartfulness is a way of connecting ourselves on the inside, right? Why I spoke about all this pandemic is because there's a lot of benefits to connecting on the inside, and heartfulness can get us there. So, a little information on heartfulness. This was an institute started in, not exactly an institute, it was an organization which was started in 1945. So, it's been 75 years, and we are spread across 130 countries with close to 10,000 meditation trainers. I'm one among them. So, yeah, that is heartfulness. We through heartfulness we meditate on the heart, right? And we have supporting techniques that can help us meditate better.
All right. So, since you mentioned meditation, can you tell us a little bit more about heartfulness meditation? Like, I've been reading up about different types of meditations. I've been reading about mindfulness. I've been reading about heartfulness. So, can you just give us a little understanding of what is heartfulness meditation?
Yeah. So heartfulness meditation, as the name suggests, is we close our eyes and focus on the heart. Before this, I'd like to just explain a little bit on meditation. Meditation is nothing but focusing on something, right? There's a very taboo around meditation, saying it's hard to do and all that. No, meditation is very, very effortless. Yeah, that is meditation. And in heartfulness specifically, we meditate on the heart. Now we can say why the heart, right? So there are various reasons. Whenever we are under some sort of stress, some sort of sadness, the heart is what feels it first, right? And when you're happy, it's your heart that just flies. These are words written in the books and all that. So any feeling, any emotion is first perceived by the heart. So by meditating on the heart, what is happening is we are getting to connect with these emotions, with these feelings, and moderating them accordingly, right? And the second reason is, in a way, our heart is connected to every part of our body because that is the one that sends oxygen to every cell in the body. So by meditating on the heart, we're meditating on our whole system, right? And another important thing in heartfulness is suggestions, right? This our the strongest tool that we have to our disposal is the mind. Say, Ali, I ask you to sit here and think of Kormangla Forum, right? Your
Okay.
body is not there, your legs are not there, your hands are not there, but your mind is there, right?
Hmm.
So, what happens is there a way to harness this power of the mind? That is what we try to do in heartfulness. Using the mind, using the suggestive power of the mind, we focus on the heart. That is, in a gist, what heartfulness meditation is about.
All right. I think that makes sense. And I understand there is a whole experiential aspect of mindfulness, which is something that is more, which gets people interested in mindfulness and heartfulness and meditation in the long run.
Yes, yes.
From there, what are some of the benefits of meditation that you have seen in your life, or you have seen, and since you have been meditating for a really long time, maybe you won't notice in yourself, but what are some of the transformative benefits that you have seen in others?
See, meditation is a very personal experience for each of us, right? And with me myself, I can say that meditation has kept me grounded, right? There were many ups and downs, as everyone has, and meditation really helped me sail through all of this, right? Speaking of others, there's this one person that I know who's been meditating for close to 20-25 years. And a while ago, his mother sort of passed away. And the way he just handled himself throughout the whole process of getting used to it, getting used to getting over the death of his mother was something that I hadn't seen in anyone. And yeah, basically, meditation, what it can do for us is more along the lines of letting us understand ourselves, our own emotions, my own habits. Basically, it leads to a lot of introspection through which we can perfect ourselves, through which we can better ourselves.
All right. uh, so going back to a statement that you said meditation is about focus, right?
Yes.
So this is a bit of a experimental question of sorts, but
Mhm.
can I have a meditative experience while working?
Yes, why not?
So what I'm trying to ask is, do I need to sit in silence for 10 minutes to be meditating, or I could be focused so deeply in my work that I'm actually present in the moment while working, and it's a meditative experience of sorts?
Good question. Seriously, what I would say is depends on what your end goal is, right? Meditation is nothing but thinking of one thing again and again and again. And it has its own benefits. Like you said, I'm sitting and I'm working. I'm working on a blog that I want to put up. And I'm so focused in it that it in itself becomes meditation. But
Hmm.
the question is, do you want to label that as meditation? Do you want to see meditation as only that? Or do you want to see it expand into all the aspects of your life, right? So that's why we say when we sit for meditation in the heartfulness, we prefer finding a silent spot, sitting, closing your eyes, giving a suggestion, and noticing what this suggestion is bringing about in my own heart, right?
Hmm.
Of course,
Hmm.
eventually when you're done and there's a lot of peace and joy in the end, right? And of course, when you continue to take that condition along with you when you work, that's a different level of the game altogether. So yeah, either is possible. That's what I'm trying to say.
That seems to be helpful. So let's move on to the next question. In the book, The Heartfulness Way, four daily practices of relaxation, meditation, cleanliness, and inner connect are emphasized. What do they mean, and why are they important?
Yeah, so with this question, we dive into the core of the practice. First technique is, of course, meditation. Meditation, as I explained before, is a very, what to say, focused, effortless, natural thing, right? Here, we need to ensure that we are comfortably seated and we are centered ourselves, we have centered ourselves, the mind is not running around, and we give ourselves a suggestion. using the power of the mind, we make a suggestion and observe what this suggestion is doing to our system, specifically the heart, right? So, again, there's a difference between meditation and concentration. Concentration is where you put in a lot of effort, but meditation is effortless. It's like a cat watching the mouse hole, right? It's aware that it is watching, but it's not actually putting any effort. The same way, like the cat watching the mouse hole, we as ourselves are watching our own hearts. That is meditation. The second technique is relaxation. Relaxation, as the name suggests, is quite simple. When we are when we are in a state of agitation or when we have done some exciting work and come back and we're sitting to meditate, it doesn't happen. The mind doesn't work like that. Mind is all over the place. The mind is excited. The mind is sad. The mind is frustrated. So relaxing the body enables us to relax our own mind and heart. So relaxation is a simple process of 5 to 7 minutes where we prepare for meditation. We're relaxing ourselves. We're ensuring that the daily agitation and excitement is not affecting our meditation. And post that, we generally get into the meditation. That is about relaxation. It's available all over YouTube. You just go to YouTube and search for heartfulness relaxation videos start popping up. That is about relaxation. Then we move on to cleaning. Cleaning personally has been a very interesting technique for me because every time when we do cleaning, there's a different sort of experience. This is a way of regulating our mind. What happens is when we sit for meditation, like right now, Ali, I ask you to close your eyes and sit, right? What happens is there are so many thoughts that keep coming to you, right?
Yeah.
So how do we ensure that these thoughts do not affect us during meditation? It definitely can't be done by controlling the mind, by asking the mind to just do this, do this, do this. Let's do a simple experiment. Just
Okay.
close your eyes
Okay.
and I will ask you not to think about monkeys.
Yeah.
What is
Obviously,
the
I'm
first
thinking about
thing?
monkeys.
Yes, monkeys are the first thing that come to your head. So the
Yeah, and a
easiest
bunch
way,
of them.
with a bunch of
And a bunch of them, not just
and
a
a
monkey,
bunch
like
of
a
them,
bunch of monkeys.
of course. So what happens is we can't force the mind to do something. So the easiest way to regulate the mind is to ensure that we do the cleaning process, of course, but to ensure that any activity or thought that we do in our daily life does not leave an impact on us, right? So this is where the cleaning technique comes in. Again, it is powered by suggestion. We suggest to ourselves that anything that is causing this sort of complexity or impurity in me is going out and something good is coming in its place and settling down in me. So cleaning is a very interesting process. Apart from this, we also have something called inner connect, right? Now, meditation paves way for us to observe and understand. But the true benefit of meditation is actually seen when we're able to implement this experience, the wisdom that we get during meditation in our daily life. Now, how
Hmm.
this can happen is again through the power of suggestion. So, by observing your heart for a while, say 3 months, 6 months, for some people it happens as soon as the first session of meditation is over, we're able to see that the heart is there guiding us throughout, right? Actually, I would point to some of the research done by Heart Math Institute, right? They're doing some
Okay.
wonderful work in which they're saying the heart is wiser than the brain. The heart
Okay.
physically is an organ that pumps blood, but in a second level of this one, they say that the mind actually plays out in the heart.
Okay.
So the heart has a lot of wisdom that it can offer us. Generally, when we say the she's thinking with her heart, we
Hmm.
consider that person to be very emotional, to be very, you know, touchy feely kind of a person. But
Yeah.
actually, it's Not just that, there's a lot of wisdom when it comes to the heart, because heart is where the emotions play out, heart is where the love comes out. So inner connect is all about using this wisdom of the heart in our daily lives, right? So these are the four techniques that we do practice daily in heartfulness.
Hmm. This is a question that came to my mind. And I know this is difficult to put a number on such things,
Hmm.
but what is the ideal duration or the ideal number of days that one should practice meditation so that they can feel a difference in themselves?
This is a very difficult question to answer because, first of all, like I
But I'm
said,
sure a but I'm sure a common one from newbies.
yeah, so meditation is very personal to each person. Kamlesh D. Patel, our global guide of heartfulness, he puts it across like this. He says, take this whole practice as an experiment on yourself, right? Observe before sitting for meditation, observe your condition, note it down in a diary. After meditation, observe your condition, note it down in a diary. Do this for 3 months. That's this one. Do this experiment on yourself for 3 months and you'll be able to see the difference. But I have seen so many people who were transformed in the first session only. They're able to see how much meditation can help them. And of course, there are people like me who have taken quite a while to get used to it. But yeah, eventually I did see the benefit in meditating. For you mentioned about duration of meditation, right?
Hmm, hmm.
Start with how much ever you can. Even if it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, it's okay. But eventually, you'll see that you'll be able to meditate for longer and longer and longer. But it is advised to not go beyond 1 hour at a time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Hmm. Interesting. Do you know of any reason why not?
It's just there's a lot of strain on the mind when we put the suggestion, right?
Hmm.
And the brain has to get used to that. The mind, the heart, and the brain has to get used to that state.
Okay, so you're saying as a beginner, it's not advised to go more than an hour,
Yes.
but later on, you can if you want to.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Because I have heard this guy, Jack Dorsey,
Huh?
the CEO of Twitter, he
Okay.
meditates for 2 hours every day.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, but we have quite a while to get there, Ali.
And I have started with 5 minutes, and I'm sticking to 5 minutes for a really long time.
That's good enough. That's seriously good enough.
So, in one of your articles, you mentioned that we need to find a natural life, or we need to lead a natural life. In your opinion, what does a natural life mean? And in the whole context of heartfulness, what does it mean?
Okay. So I think that specific article you're mentioning about, I was speaking about how heartfulness is derived from this path called the Sahaj Marg, which means a simple natural path,
Hmm.
right? So there I would say, from my own perspective, meditation is a very natural thing. So our lifestyle should support it, right? So natural in the way that I'm saying is to have lead a non-intrusive life, right? What happens is we interact with so many people daily. I interact with my family, I interact with my husband, I interact with my sister, I interact with my friends, and all these they leave a sort of impression on them, and vice versa. The way they behave with me leaves an impression on me. I'm sure this has happened to everyone, where
Hmm.
you go to a person and immediately you sense that they're very friendly, right? As
Hmm.
opposed to another person where you feel that there is some sort of walls around them and they don't want to be disturbed. These are the kind of vibes that we get, right? Now, what if we are able to mold our life as a civilization, as the whole earth, in a way that we live in a very natural way where we do not let negative feelings arise in others,
Hmm.
right? the meditation becomes easier. Everything becomes easier. Interacting with you becomes easier for me, right? Why is it so comfortable for me to interact with you? Because you've given me that vibe. You've given me that
Hmm.
comfort. Now imagine if presidents of two countries are able to give this vibe to each other.
Hmm.
There would be no wars, right? So
Yeah.
so what I mean by living naturally is to live in a very non-intrusive way. To ensure that my actions do not leave an impact, do not leave a negative impact on others. And this is quite similar to what heartfulness guides have been telling us for uh, years, right? So basically, living naturally, living simply is living in an uncomplicated, non intrusive, non complex way.
All right. All right. Perfect. That kind of brings us to the end of the podcast. And if you want to add something, please do add. And if it's possible for you, can we have like a short meditation, maybe like a 2-minute meditation,
Yeah, of course.
gui- guided by you?
Yes, of course. Let us do that. I will. No, I have nothing left to add unless if anyone's interested, they can of course reach out to me. If anyone's interested in meditation, I'm on Ali's Facebook list, friends list as well, and you can of course visit our website heartfulness.org to know more. And yeah, we can get into the guided meditation if it's
All right. Perfect.
uh,
You lead the way.
yes. So for this, I would advise everyone to just be seated comfortably. There is no restriction of posture. However, you're comfortable, but just ensure your back is straight and please don't be lying down because I know we're doing it only for 2 minutes, but if we do it for 5 to 10 minutes, there are chances that we'll sleep off, right? So sit up straight, but very comfortable. If you want, take some back support. If you're on a chair, it's fine. And gently just close your eyes. Bring your attention to your heart. Give a very subtle suggestion that you will be open to all the experiences during this session. Ensure your body is completely relaxed. If there is any sort of pressure or discomfort in any part of your body, gently use your mind, your willpower, and the power of suggestion to relax it. From your toes till your head, your whole body is relaxed. Gently shift your attention to your heart. I can give a gentle but a very firm suggestion that there is a divine life in the heart. This divinity is all that is good in you, the joy, the peace, the love, the happiness. All this is already present in your heart. It is attracting all your attention towards the heart. If any thoughts do arise, gently brush them away, ignore them, and bring your attention back to the heart. Let us meditate for 2 minutes by observing what this suggestion has done to us. What are the kind of changes that are happening to us because of this suggestion? Keep your eyes closed. Please start meditation. Gently bring your attention to the present moment. Observe the condition of your heart and your body. When you feel like, gently open your eyes. Was that relaxing?
Yes, that was really, really relaxing.
2 minutes.
Felt like a really long time. Felt like a nice sleep. All right. Uh, thanks a lot, Namrata, for coming to the podcast. Thanks a lot for doing this meditation with us and guiding us through the whole process.
Thank you for having me, Ali. It was a pleasure talking to you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hello, guys. Thank you all for listening. If you did like that episode, share it with people who you think will benefit from listening to it. If you have any comments or suggestions regarding this episode or any of the previous episodes, you can drop them to us at info@thecharmingbuddha.com. You could also drop them to us on any of our social media pages, the links to which will be posted in the show notes.